Do you want to know the secret to personal growth that my mentor taught me? It's a lesson one of my kids really had to learn the hard way. They were struggling in their life and they didn't like the rules in our home and they were complaining and whining about how they wanted things different. And when my husband sat down with them and was like, look, this is how things are. This is what you need to do if you want to live here. They made the famous statement, well, I'm just going to have to learn from my own mistakes. Well, you can do that, but what my mentor taught me was it's better to learn from the mistakes of others. This is why classical education, liberal arts education has been around for thousands of years. This is why we read what Houston Smith calls the wisdom traditions or the spiritual religious texts from world religions. This is why we learn our history, because we can either learn from our own mistakes or we can learn from the mistakes of others. And I would prefer to learn from the mistakes of others. That way I can see all the pain that they went through and I don't have to experience all of it firsthand. Now, certainly there are some things we can't learn from books and we can't learn from others. We just have to walk through it ourselves. But to the extent that it's possible to see the results of certain choices so that we make better ones, that is a primary reason why we work on our own education and personal growth. So if you want to get involved in learning more from the mistakes of others, in addition to your own scripture reading and studying the classics, you can grab my book, The Mission-Driven Life, and learn about the 7 laws of life mission and hear all these incredible stories about the Ten Boom family and what they were like when they were young and all the mistakes that they made and the incredible people they became by living those 7 laws. You can also listen to my Mission-Driven Stories podcasts, where I go through the lives of many different men and women and the mistakes that they made and what they learned from them and the incredible people that they became. Because if you're like me, you would rather learn from the mistakes of others and you want your life to really mean something and you want to do things that will have a positive impact on everyone who comes after you. And if you want to live that kind of mission-driven life and learn from the mistakes of others, then listen to my Mission-Driven Stories podcasts.